What's going on, guys? Super Savage 789 here, bringing you guys a video. And today we're doing What If Minato Survived episode 2. So without further ado, let's get into today's video. After a small while, the tuning exams rock up like normal, where of course Team 7 enter. They meet up with the Sand team as usual, and then proceed like normal going to the tuning exams, where they meet up with Team 8 and Team 10. In Team 8, Sasuke and Kiba constantly butt heads since the Mutt wants to be top dog, but is constantly bested by the Uchiha, leaving the two at each other. Sasuke would not have awakened his Sharingan, as he didn't go through the trauma to reawaken it again. Sakura, having Kurunai as a mentor, meant that she furthers her Genjutsu skills to a much higher degree than in canon. Lee fights Sasuke as normal, and if Sasuke doesn't pick up on Lee's taijutsu, he doesn't have his Sharingan. Then, the first test arrives, where Team 7 gets through like normal, as Shino's bugs could help Naruto with the test results. While Sasuke won't have a way to copy test results, Sakura casts a Genjutsu on him, so he knows the answers to the questions. When it comes to the final question, Naruto gives that showy speech and gets through like normal, moving on to the Forest of Death. Inside the Forest of Death, our main trio Team 7 have nothing notable to say. No one would target them, and they'd simply get through the forest with the scrolls needed, arriving at the tower like Team 8 did in canon. Meanwhile, Team 8 in this canon would have a hard time having Sasuke on the team. They'd be ambushed by Oboro as normal, where Sasuke would hold him off before Orochimaru arrives on the scene. Orochimaru appears in front of the three and casts a Death Genjutsu, which I think could activate Sasuke's Sharingan from the stress. Also, Sakura is able to release the Genjutsu before it gets too bad, as she is experienced enough to release it. Kiba and Akamaru are frozen from it, however, and are left useless, which is funny to say, Kiba being even more useless? So when the giant snakes attack them, and Orochimaru goes after Sasuke, they manage to get up to him and proceeds to give him the curse mark way earlier than in canon. Before Sakura can attack him, he flees, telling her that Sasuke will seek him out. Sakura takes Sasuke over to Kiba and Akamaru, explaining the situation while they take care of him until he awakens. As normal, the Sound Trio arrive with Dosu fighting Lee and beating him. Kiba rushes at Zaku to try and stop him, gets blasted backwards, trying to defend Akamaru and Sakura. It leaves Kin open to grab Sakura where she cuts off her hair like normal. Sakura casts a Genjutsu onto Kin, creating a black void around her. Zaku goes to stop Sakura, but Kiba uses Fang over Fang Jutsu to hit Zaku off guard, giving Sakura the chance to use her ultimate Genjutsu. With a shout of the Great Cherry Blossom, a massive angry Sakura punches Kin, causing her to scream in pain, collapsing to the ground as she returns back to reality. Then she collapses from chakra usage, where Sasuke awakens and breaks Zaku's arms, watching as they flee. Team 8 meet up with Kabuto as Bug Cannon, and then try to get to the tower, encountering Oboro yet again. Kiba and Akamaru use beast mimicry and human mimicry, attacking the illusions placing by Oboro and his teammates, sniffing out where the casters are. Sakura uses Genjutsu so Kiba can relay the info to her, who then tells Sasuke and Kabuto who subdue them. Then everyone finishes the Forest of Death. So for the preliminaries, I'm going to randomize the fights, as I feel like it was random, so I'll randomize it here since the odds are different and it gives a more interesting story in my opinion. If you guys dislike it, I'll retcon it, so don't worry. So, our fights are Dosu vs Yoroi, Tenten vs Kankuro, Samaria vs Hinata, Ino vs Shino, Choji vs Sasuke, Mizumi vs Gaara, Kin vs Kiba, Naruto vs Sakura, Neji vs Shikamaru, and Lee vs Zaku. So the first fight is a stomp for Dosu, as Yoroi can't absorb the chakra from the sound, so he'd simply fall unconscious. Next up is Tenten vs Kankuro. Getting a bit cocky, Tenten tosses a bunch of weapons like kunai and shuriken at her opponent, which all dent into him as he runs at her. He falls to the ground as she cockily grins at the power of her kunoichi. That is, until the puppet stands back up and opens its mouth, letting a spike pop out covered in poison. Before she can react, the puppet leaps her and slashes her arm and legs, causing her to fall to the ground, very fatigued. Hitake calls a match and the medical corps then take her away to be healed. With Tamari and Hinata, both kunoichis are determined to win. Hinata activates a Byakugan, knowing that Naruto is watching, as she leaps at Tamari, going to attack her. Tamari's fans make it difficult for Hinata, as she sends sharp gusts of winds at her, slicing her body and clothes, making some blood pour out her wounds. Everyone in the audience is in awe as Hinata already seems damaged, but yet determined. She rushes in again and again, getting slashed each and every time. Her body is almost broken as Temari chuckles for her to give up. She's about to as well, until from the sidelines, Naruto shouts to her, "Hinata, please don't lose to this punk. Beat her so I can fight you in the finals." Now determined more than ever, Hinata remembers her and Naruto's training and places her hands together using the Shadow Clone Jutsu to create two clones to launch herself towards Temari. Using the clone, she manages to shut a couple chakra points on her opponent, but the fatigue gets to her. She passes out smiling. Naruto rushes over to her and tells Hinata that she did good, watching as she's taken away. Shino against Ino is a very quick fight. Ino goes to use some taijutsu on Shino, which he easily dodges after his training with Kakashi. She goes for a mind transfer jutsu and takes over an insect on Shino's body. She's very confused as Shino rushes at her, punching her in the face, knocking her to the ground, making Shino the clear victor. With the next match, Kurenai will disqualify Sasuke from the tuning exams, as Anko would warn her of the significance of the curse mark. Sasuke tries to protest, and Kurenai seemingly allows him to. In reality, she plays a strong genjutsu on him. Kakashi, knowing how to seal the curse mark, takes Sasuke to the place where he did in canon. Choji sighs in relief. Mizume against Gaara is fairly obvious, as they had to clean the blood from the carcass covered in crushing sand. With Kin and Kiba, the Mutt duo use the Fang over Fang jutsu and the human mimicry and beast mimicry to avoid the senbon she throws at the pair. After one use of the Fang over Fang, Kiba knocks Kin out, slamming her against the wall. Victory for the Inuzuka. Now the Hokage's son and the pink-haired Kunoichi both step into the arena. Naruto is a little bit cocky, asking Sakura if she'd like to quit now, annoying her as she calls Naruto a brat. Minato remembers Kushina seeing her within Sakura and chuckles a little. When the fight begins, Naruto uses Shadow Clone Jutsu to rush at Sakura, proceeding to use Taijutsu to attack Sakura from all angles. She uses Clone Jutsu and obvious Genjutsus to try and get a couple attacks in, but Naruto is so strong that he overpowers her, easily getting a clear win. For Neji against Shikamaru, the two enter the ring, with one thinking it's a drag, and the other thinking that it's fate for him to win. When the fight begins, Shikamaru is on edge, not knowing what Neji can do, only remembering their brief interaction in the Forest of Death. Immediately, Neji rushes towards Shikamaru, using his speed to take Shikamaru off guard, whilst to dodge the combos from the Gentle Fist that shut down his chakra nodes. He tries to distract Neji by dodging while using the Shadow Possession, however he failed to realize the Byakugan, as Neji simply dodges it. Realizing he's completely outmatched, Shikamaru simply forfeits, knowing that his opponent is too strong. For a final match, I think it's obvious who wins. While Zaku isn't exactly a pushover, Lee's taijutsu skills, as well as him knowing the gimmick of the sound getting, means that he knows how to win. Once removing his weights, he rushes Zaku, proceeds to wail on him until he's declared the winner by default. After, the finals roster is revealed to be Lee vs Neji, Choji vs Kiba, Temari vs Shino, Gaara vs Kankuro, and finally Naruto vs Dosu. Everyone goes off to train. Naruto goes to train with Jiraiya, as Minato finds it unfair for him to train Naruto for the 1 month. After Naruto signs a summoning contract, he gets some additional training to learn a new jutsu, as both he and Jiraiya feel like he's ready to. Also with Sasuke, Kurenai would get Anko to train with him, since Kakashi doesn't know Sasuke, so he won't train him. Sasuke, although he isn't in the tuning exams, learns some interesting things from her. Also, Shino trains with Kakashi to further his taijutsu and his beetle attacks. But guys, that's what we're going to be. Make sure you like, subscribe, and comment down below things happen in the next episode. I had a lot of fun writing this part, and let me know down in the comments what you thought of the randomized roster. But yeah, bye!